friends and family of late Bolanle Raheem have spoken. Our government has shown their support, and the activists of JustAdetoun are take on this, and I'm reacting to this. Please watch and enjoy.
I thought this was a joke. I cried myself to sleep, but it's not a joke. Bolanle is gone. She still chatted with me last week about renewing my contract with Croissant Homes. I'm sure you all know Croissant Homes, and you know I'm one of the ambassadors of Croissant Homes. Tenor is two of my kids' land. Give Tenor a land, give Elora a land when I just add Elora. She's very peaceful. Her husband always ready to go. They don't have wahala. And I heard this morning that she was shot by the police at Aja. She went to buy pizza for Christmas for her daughter. She was shot in front of her daughter. And the police asked them to park. And there was a car in front of them. They were about to park. Not like they were moving or anything. And he shot her in the chest. She died on the spot. She's pregnant. Nigerian police, when are you people going to stop giving these fucking drunkards uniform? These people on the road, they will be disturbing everybody's peace for no reason. Trying to extort money from people. Christmas Day, Bolanle. Ha! Oh my God. We must all make sure that we support her. Make sure whoever did this to her pays for his crime. Explain to us what happened or how you got the news.
All right, I was inside the vehicle yesterday from church. The Redeem was doing program yesterday, lead fishing. So my sister now said that we should not go to Surulere. We should just go nearby church. That's our former church, World Assembly, near Lagos Business School. So immediately we finished. Her daughter now said that that's her daughter, Shemilore. She said, Daddy, let's go out. She said, you're going to take us out today. Immediately the daddy said, and when do I tell you you're going out? So the daddy drive and just take us to Brahmadesanya roundabout to get some things for them. He got yogurt and bottled water. From there we now went to Dominion Pizza, very close to roundabout of Aja. So after spending 1 hour there, my sister said, let's go home. So immediately inside the car, she was even telling me, talking to the husband, he said, this new vehicle that you just have is not like Lexus. So you have to be very careful. Benga, by the time you eat any other car, you pay for it. And as we were smiling and laughing, the guy just said, stop. There's a car coming. You said, stop. Immediately we would just stop. We just hear gunshot. I don't know how. Where? The guy was not in our front at all. The guy was not in our front. My sister was sitting and the husband was driving. I was sitting at the back of my elder sister, Barrister Bolanle, and my children, 4 children were there, and with our own daughter. So immediately she just said, Benga, the gun have entered my chest. Benga, the gun have entered my chest. Immediately she just dropped. And the officer, I just ran outside. The husband ran. The husband was rolling on the expressway. And I just ran outside to just go and look for the officer. Officer, you have killed my sister. The officer cracked the gun. Cracked the gun on me. He said, I will kill you. I said, you want to kill me, officer? You killed my sister, you want to kill me. And he now wants to run, enter their patrol vehicle. I quickly grabbed him. That was when those one left him. And immediately, another Marua guy, what do you call it, Korope guy, just stopped. He wants to enter. Immediately, I fly and entered with him so that I can identify him. That was what happened. And I just dragged the officer guy. I just have to drag him. I said, see, you have killed my sister. Sit down there. Let me sit at the back. That was when the husband dropped away so that he can just rescue my sister. Maybe they can give him first aid to wake up. I experienced this for the first time. My daughter was asking this morning, what God cannot do does not exist. That mommy, Sarah, do you know what God cannot do does not exist? My mommy is coming back. I hope she's in the hospital. He said, yes. Let me go and ask my dad. My dad said I should not be kissing any other. I should not peck any other. It's only my mommy I should be pecking. Who will I peck now? I said, don't worry. Well, you just said it now, that what God cannot do does not exist.
So it's like a black Christmas for the family.
I'm telling you, it's Black Christmas for us entirely. My mom especially. Anytime she called her, she would say, come and relax in my place. How much? Leave that your business, come and relax here. How much will I pay you? And last week Sunday, we celebrated my mom's birthday at Radisson Blue. She said, I have cooked to everybody, don't worry. She said, bring all the food to my house, I'll pay you. How much? I don't know, that yesterday was the last day I'm going to see her.
Was there any premonition or something? No.
Only you will not understand. He said I should just go and enjoy with my children. Just enjoyment of one day. We have been going there for years. Yes. This last time, she said I should just check her clothes. Am I wearing the nice clothes? I said no, go and change. She wants to carry my daddy late clothes that we use for burial. She wants to use that. I said don't wear burial clothes. Don't wear burial clothes. Go and wear nice clothes. This church that we are going, we have been there for long. Dress nice. She said, am I looking? I said, you are looking beautiful. Let's go. So sad.
Are you her elder sister or her
younger sister, the third? And she's the first.
I'm sorry about this.
Thank you.
Sir?
That was when they dropped we now went to Yaba. I saw my sister. The only hope we have in our family. Anytime we need anything, she quickly answers. That's the only barrister we have in our family. Our first daughter. Justice must be done.
You just met with the CP.
Yes.
Yes. How was the meeting?
The CP said that the justice will be done. We should not worry. He gave us the assurance.
Okay.
And he has spoken well as a father.
How will you describe your sister?
Very patient, lovely, caring. If anyone that loses hope, just call her. When you are telling her about somebody's issue, somebody you don't know, she just say send me the person account, and immediately she will send money to that family. She's so calm, so not fearing.
So she was pregnant?
She was pregnant. That was when I came. She said I should come and assist her to pack to her new house.
Thank you, ma.
You're welcome.
I'm so sorry, please.
Thank you. Just stop. You want to enter? Immediately I fly and entered with him so that I can identify him. That was just well, that was what happened. And I just dragged the officer guy. I just have to drag him. I said, see, you have killed my sister. Sit down there. Let me, sister, maybe they can give him first aid to wake up. I went to the DPO's place. I saw the DPO. He said, I'm coming. I waited there for hours. I called my husband. He said he's at Maryland. I said, honey, please start coming now. Start coming. I need you. I don't even have my phone with me. I'm using one of those guys' phone that followed me. And those guy was there that said the officer must not go. I should hold him. Those are the two Hausa guys that followed me throughout yesterday. I was using their phone to call and monitor my husband before I now went to the first hospital, the second hospital. They now speak Hausa there. So immediately they speak that Hausa, I just know that my sister, she's gone. Just like that. Just like that. That was when my sister just gave up. And that is the barrister, the only barrister in my family. She said we should come and enjoy for Christmas. I and my 4 children don't know if this one will happen to her. And she has believed in God after her first baby. She has believed in God for the fruit of the womb. Pregnancy more than 2 or 3 months. Died immediately. And even when we are asking for the corpse, the officer now told us they have taken the corpse to Yaba without our consent. They didn't tell any of the family who agreed. That was when they dropped we now went to Yaba. I saw my sister. The only hope we have in our family. Anytime we need anything, she quickly answered. That's the only barrister we have in our family. Our first daughter. Justice must be done.
Good morning, fellow citizens of Nigeria. My name is JustAdetoun. First of all, I want to sympathize with the families of Bolanle Raheem. It's such a deep shock that because of the negligence of our government, because of the lackadaisical attitude, greed of our government, the lives of a common man has become nothing. Sometimes I wonder when it's quick for us to forget the EndSARS 2022, the agitation, the cry, the plea for a police reformation. When we citizens came out, en masse, with one spirit and one voice, and we were craving for change, the government thought that we were jealous of them. We were interested in their looting. We were interested in their profession of stealing. Irresponsible people, uniformed, titled in offices, without respect for the life of a common man. Day by day, our children are dying. People are dying. Yet, the government doesn't deem it reasonable for once to even think about the agitation of the Nigerian youth. Today, we no longer have policemen. What we have on the streets are uniformed touts, rogues, drunkards. I bow to call them animals at this point. Highly uncultured, very unprofessional. But who do we blame? Inspector General of Police, Governor of Lagos State, President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. How important is the life of a common man to you? What does it cost you? And how much does it cost you to have a proper police system, a security system that protects the lives, a security system that is well furnished from the boot to the cab? It's so shameless that the police system has turned into the most enterprising empire in this country today. That is why it's so easy for we to see drunkards officially uniformed in Nigerian police clothes. A pregnant woman steps out of her house only to be ended by a reckless police officer who dare you, how dare you call that an unavoidable incident? If that police officer wasn't drunk, if that police officer is well trained to the brim, you think it's easy to release the bullets? I will continue to say that you, our leaders, are nothing but cowards, shameless men, titled to no value. This month alone, 3 major incidents have happened in that same Ajah police station. The police system has turned into an institution of ethnicity and tribalism. How can a police officer be drunk broad daylight? You need to produce that police officer, subject him to drug test, subject him to alcohol test, parade him and let us see. The police is used to covering and shaming the people while they cover their own uniformed rogues. These same police officers are the thieves on the streets. These same police officers are the looters. These same police officers are kidnappers. I beg to call you on names because that's who they are. We citizens are the ones suffering. That is why we crave for change. We were asking for a police reformation because we see the inhuman attitudes and activities they carry out. You people turn your police officers on the streets to make their daily fees unappropriately paid, improperly managed. Police officers have to make money on the street to fuel their vehicles. Inspector General of Police, your statement officially is not enough and is unacceptable to the Federal Republic of Nigerian citizens. That's too cheap. That's too little to the damage that your institution causes us on a daily basis. If you people continue to push citizens of this country, you will push us back on the streets. The past few months has been nothing but negligence on security of the citizens. All of you are interested in election. I can even wonder if the governor has even gone to see the family of the deceased. You come to social media to come and write statements as if that is enough. Lagos State is even being affected on the security system now. We have started to see RRS police officers in filling stations, buying fuels. Who is embezzling the money, the allocation that is supposed to be for security officers? What happened to the Billion Holding filling station where they're supposed to be filling their gases? This government is nothing but shame. This government preaches nothing but insensitive messages to make it worse. The commissioner of police in this Lagos State is the most useless. Doesn't communicate with citizens, has never approached any public issue, just sits down in its office like a moron. The DPO of Ajah filling station, this is the 3rd killing in Ajah area. What are you people doing? This is Christmas season where everybody is on the street. And these police officers too are on the street to make a living for themselves. They just want to take bribes, tips and all of that. Because the police is unpaid, well paid. And we are demanding for a change. We're demanding for change. We're demanding for change. Yet people think we are just making noise. We don't understand the gravity of what we're saying. We don't know what we want. Commissioner of Police Alabi, this is Lagos State. There are killings in so many states. Yes, people die on a daily basis. It happens anywhere in the world. That's always your excuse. Don't we have the rights Don't we have at least an entitlement to a safe street? Don't we have an entitlement to a safe Lagos state? Don't we have an entitlement to a safe Nigeria? All of you are campaigning now. All of you are campaigning now. Spitting raw rubbish. Nobody thinks about the security and the protection of a common life, even without being in power. Nigerian Medical Association and Nigerian Law Association, one let you lobby. DPO. You are snapping pictures with DPO. A member of your association has been gunned down. You are snapping pictures with DPO. Ah, God. You see this country, I don't understand. That girl is a pregnant woman. That woman that died is a pregnant woman. What becomes of her husband? What becomes of her family? What becomes of the society? What becomes of we? This revolution is surely inevitable. If you people don't desire to make change, we will make changes ourselves. That is the point you are pushing us to. You are pushing us to that circle and that point. Shameless people in uniform. Inactive men. Thieves, rogues, beggars, cheats. All you do is to harass young citizens. All you do is to make money, rip people off. People are even scared to go to police stations to report. You take money for bail. You take money for charges. You take money for visitation. You take money for investigation. You want to take money for everything. Damn you people. Inspector General of Police, cover your eyes with shame. Nothing but shame. You have not been able to bring value. You have not been able to make change. You have not been able to reform. You have not been able to reorientate your police officers. Continue. Very close. Once again, I sympathize with the family of the deceased. May our soul rest in peace. And to you citizens that think that this is a norm. Our suffering has become a norm. Negligence of government on their responsibility has become a norm. Our problems have become content, so they don't take us serious. Rise up to your voice. It might be you next. The street is unsafe. The country is not safe. The government does not care. Shame to our leaders.
I'm just going to read this out from Kuti Joes. He says, just keep quiet, Tom. Just zip it. A policeman committed such grave misconduct by shooting and pieing an innocent pregnant lady, and instead you were there using Lagos government to stylishly clean up your abortion artisan mess. Madam, the government, in bracket, who is not in my good book anyway, has come out to condemn the act. He has reached out to the widowers of the deceased. The police were able to identify the culprit. The culprit has been arrested. The policeman reached out to the family of the deceased. Full stop. Tom, are these not rapid responses in the right direction? Question mark. So what's with your script writing, cloud chasing, long talk? Tom, is this not what any sane institute would have done? You couldn't even condemn the act outrightly and talk focus on the grave misconduct of the police and in question, but was busy cloud chasing Sanwo-Olu's Lagos state government. That I'm one of the few who doesn't feel Baba Jide Sanwo-Olu like that, but on this very case, you of course, the government, the police administration, the governor have both reacted and tackled this in the best way any administration would have. You mentioned that the government hasn't been or to the victims how blah blah blah. Honey, maybe governor doesn't apply your kind of cloud chasing antics in handling serious issues. Government isn't about click bites for social media following and subscriptions. That was how you wasted over 2 hours of social media's users' precious time shedding fake tears, which was so obvious, and telling us about how your mom was the best wife among all our co-wives instead of going straight to the point and clearing the air that you were not an abortion activist as alleged. Madam, please, Mrs. Bolanle Raheem, that is a very unfortunate and sad one, so please kindly stop using it as a means of redeem your name from your alleged mess. Thanks and have a good day. I thought as much. Hello everyone. Compliment of the season again. How are you doing? Welcome to the channel. So I sympathize with the family of Bolanle Raheem. I saw the post on I think about 2 days ago. I like to kind of watch things and get a bit of the story before I talk about it. And I saw a couple of people, would I say, public figures, people that are well known or well known from Nigeria. They put in 1 or 2 words about it. I saw JustAdetoun one, and as usual, when I saw it, I thought, what does she have to say again? Let's see, did she go about it in the right way, or it's just about making a name for herself? There's a different thing between trying to fight for someone and trying to also make a name for ourselves. Well, I saw Tony Lawani's one. She did explain the relationship she had with Bolanle Raheem. I also saw when the government officials visited Bolanle's mom, and also Bolanle's junior sister narrated how the event happened because she was in the car with them. They had to go to a house, for this festive period. That's part of Bolanle's wish. So, and she's actually pregnant. And from the news so far, we heard that they said she was actually carrying a twin. And she's been waiting for over 9 to 10 years after her first child. So, and this happened. I am not in support of what the policeman did. Of course, everyone has been saying, justice must be done. They need to bring this man to book, blah, blah, blah. Yes. Because nobody wants any member of their family to just be shot that way. Not everyone knows their dying time, even if they've been sick for a very long time and they felt, it's time for them to go. They're tired, so things. So then, even how critical it is, some of them might know that, in a few days or a few hours, I might just have by. So that's why I said, not everyone knows. Some already, they're obviously craving for it because of the pains they're going through. But, up and going people that we're always looking for the next thing. We have a mission, we have plans for things that we need to work on, what we need to happen in our lives. No one knows when a sudden thing will happen. There's nothing wrong with this with Bolanle Raheem. She's healthy, but the festive period, she needed to also make her children, her daughter and other member of the family that visited, happy. They're just marrying. They need to go and get pizza, and the policeman decided that stop, and boom, he shot. And from the one this Bolanle sister narrated, you will get the picture of what actually happened. I really feel for them, but and I see that some people were saying, well, of course they will want to attack the government, that these people in uniform, they don't want it. I'm just wondering, should every policeman have something, a gun in their hand to fire? Can't they just have the one without what is it called? Or should it always be loaded, that they don't even think before they pull the trigger? I want to assume that the government will start working on this thing, that even before anyone go on official duty, they go on their official duty, there should be a test that they should go through, you know. And I know that even some of them, it is even when they are on duty that they will go to maybe the beer parlors or pub or wherever to have their whatever thing that they are drinking, which they do not have limit to it. There should be a process where, you know, you must not consume alcohol while on duty. There should be sometimes that they do a random check as well. They do that here. Sometimes even when you're driving and they notice that maybe you're driving recklessly, they stop people. They will do the breath check. That maybe that should come in place. I don't know if already is in place in Nigeria, but this is what I think should also come in place anyway. The government, the police people should have maybe a street guidelines that they are following, and they should have people that are monitoring them, that are not in uniform. They might not know, but they could be randomly checked. They should also know that people have the right to also record them, because if they don't want people recording, they can record them. You know, these things can be passed across, that they know that there's rules and regulation, there is a consequence for their action, because this woman has been taken, her life has been taken. It cannot be returned. We do say what God cannot do does not exist. We understand, and I do watch that the program as well. And maybe some people are already gone and they do start saying that, and they pray, and maybe people come to life. But just to know that not everyone that aspired that will come back just because it happened, it's also affecting them in a way. I can imagine the girls, the Bolanle's daughter that was shot, even in her present. You can imagine when the girl is 18 or what will be going through her mind, how this thing happened to her mother in her presence. You know, so of course the girl will still also need to go through some therapies. But so thinking of what Adetoun would have said, being a Nigerian activist, and she started talking, and she was cursing the government or abusing them. I also read on the social media where the government, Lagos State governor, has actually shown his own what is it called, concern. I heard that, I think maybe they visited the mom or the husband, the home, or they sent their officials to show their sympathy and to support that they are going to put the person to justice. I don't know what Adetoun needs again. From what she ranted, because that's what I would say. To me, I think she was just ranting. From what she has said so far, she was just cursing them. I just feel that when the government has done something, we should not always try and throw them, because we're not encouraging them. Later, like even when Adetoun is JustAdetoun is doing the saying the right thing, they will not want to listen to her, because the moment they see her, they'll say, oh, isn't it, she's just ranting. Listening to the main point that she's trying to drive at will be ignored, because they already know her, that even when they do something good, she's still coming back out to, you know, to chase clout. She's still coming out to start talking the way she likes, or just trying to make herself seen and know that, oh, I can talk to anybody. We already know, you've said a couple of times that, oh, you can talk to anyone anyhow, you fear nobody, you this one with this one. We already know you said that. People that are trolling you that you don't do maybe 100% of what you portray yourself to be. They've seen a couple of lapses. That's why they are saying that. If you now think you need to prove to them that is not as they say. And even while you're trying to prove, sometimes you make mistakes. So just why don't you just go and keep going? Do your best. I just feel that abusing or cursing the government all the time is not the solution all the time. Sometimes I do understand that emotion setting, one is angry, it didn't affect you exactly, but I'm sure you took your time before you decide to put on your camera and start talking and abusing. In the process, even let's say she got the emotion setting and she's done all this towards the end, and she decided to say, you know what, I heard that so they visited them, but you know what, please let's do more so that they don't waste all our people away. Please, I'm begging you, I know we're not blah blah blah, but you know, word of encouragement. If we know somebody has been bad and they're actually trying to put their weight up, let's try and also acknowledge that. Else, if we continue to throw them, then they might even not want to do anything anymore. Even the day you're actually bringing out something very, very important to the God, people will see you as being ranted. They might not even want to take step or listen to it. This is my own take on Adetoun, that she needs to calm down on the way she throw or kind of throw words out to these people. I also read that even the president of the country, Muhammad Buhari, I already said they will do something about it. So I don't know what else we need to do. Adetoun wants to be done. I know the government, they will not be happy that the innocent lady has just been on live, and are they pulling their weight as the country desire? I will say no. They want more. Let's just say, okay, they've started increasing that. Okay, this thing is getting out of hand. Let's do more. Let's increase on what we're doing. Let's put more effort. Some are saying it's because they want to get into the government again. You know, when it's coming to the end of times, they'll start doing something good so that people will vote for them again. Even if that's what's happening, let's still acknowledge that it was done. Acknowledgement of a good deed encourages more work. When people do something good, let us encourage them, even if they are bad people and they've done so thing at the same time, and that they've done a good thing. Let us acknowledge them, let us applaud them for it, and ask for more, that we need more to be done, or we're open to see more of this, rather than just keep throwing. Because if people don't just want to encourage me all the time, that's I just get negative distance. I might not even want to listen to them again. I just feel I should bring this to your attention, that Adetoun also needs to calm down in the way she use, or the way she words her feelings to the public. I think being an activist doesn't always require one shouting or using bad words. Some things can be said in a polite way, pass a message across in a polite way. Let them even say that this was said in a calm way, and by the time you come out again on the same issue and you're a bit aggressive about it, maybe people will say that, oh, she's actually said, you can reference that I warned the other time, I actually warned you guys, I acknowledge the fact that you did so thing, but we're asking for more, and nothing has been done since that time. Please let us keep up the good work so that we don't end up having less our family member don't just start decreasing on this spy issue. Like, steps needs to be taken. Who do I speak to? Blah blah blah. Everything doesn't have to be you coming to court. That I don't think or is she trying to let us know that the kind of activist that she is the one that is going to shout and curse? Maybe that's what she's trying to bring out. But that's my take on this. I do sympathize with the family of Bolanle. She's a barrister. That may God comfort the family, and I pray that by every time they remember this lady, she will be remembered for good. Even her children, her child that she left behind, and other loved ones, her husband as well. God will comfort them. They will remember her for good in Jesus' mighty name. I pray that God forgive her her sin and grant her eternal rest. This is my own take on this. Do have a blessed day. If you're new here and you like what I'm about, please don't forget to subscribe, turn on your notification button, so you can be notified whenever I upload a new video and you can be part of us. And if you're returning subscribers, thanks for watching it again. Please don't forget to like and comment as well. Thank you, and I will speak to you or catch you up in my next video. Take care.